Texas Governor Greg Abbott has signed an executive order banning the purchase of THC by anyone under the age of 21. This is Thursday, September 11th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for spending part of your day with the Texas Minute. It was 24 years ago today that 19 Islamic hijackers killed nearly 3,000 Americans and injured thousands of others. Terror and tragedy were met head-on by heroism and sacrifice. We must never forget. Let's get to today's news. A now former Gatesville Independent School District teacher has been sentenced to 8 years of probation after she pleaded guilty to sending a 15-year-old male student nude pictures on Instagram. 54-year-old Christine Page Cockrell was an 8th grade teacher at Gatesville Junior High when she was arrested last year for exchanging sexually explicit messages with a Gatesville student. The communications had begun in January of 2023 when the boy was an 8th grader. Although Cockrell will permanently lose her teaching certificate as part of the plea deal, she will not have to register as a sex offender. With Texas A&M already on the hot seat after undercover recordings expose an instructor encouraging the promotion of the LGBT agenda to children, Texas Scorecard has been reviewing other course offerings. A class titled Introduction to Race and Ethnicity is part of the university's core required curriculum. Key topics in the course include European colonization and its racial implications and racialized systems in modern American society. As part of the required course, students are expected to analyze how society shapes race and ethnicity, study data on racial groups and racism, and apply insights to address organizational challenges. Many of the readings are from far-left radicals. Next week, for example, students will be required to take up readings from the so-called Father of Environmental Justice, and on September 30th, they will cover the now discredited Black Lives Matter organization. A Texas State University professor named Tom Alter has expressed his support for overthrowing the U.S. government. The comments came as part of the professor's participation in the virtual Revolutionary Socialism Conference of 2025. Here's part of what he had to say.
Without organization, how can anyone expect to overthrow the most bloodthirsty, profit-driven mad organization in the history of the world, that of the U.S. government?
Alter's academic career has been defined by extreme rhetoric and a hyper-radicalized left-wing agenda. A university official told Texas Scorecard that the institution, quote, is investigating the matter and will take appropriate action based on the findings. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
After 2 special sessions failed to produce a legislative deal on banning or regulating the sale of intoxicating THC products, Texas Governor Greg Abbott has taken unilateral action, though limited in scope. On Wednesday, the governor issued an executive order implementing a series of new restrictions aimed at limiting access to the controversial substance. It bans the sale of THC products to anyone under the age of 21 and requires ID checks for all purchasers. It also prohibits retail locations within 1,000 feet of schools and churches, and it directs state agencies to review testing protocols and to raise licensing fees in order to improve enforcement. Abbott's executive order falls short of the sweeping prohibition that was sought by Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and approved by both chambers of the legislature this spring. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Aaron Anderson, Robert Montoya, Adam Kahn, and Brandon Waltons. Like many of you, all of us at Texas Scorecard were horrified by the murder the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Let's all keep his family in our prayers.